Yeah, you know, women's boxing in America, it's took a little silly turn. You know, because the USA Boxing Commission, they've introduced this little silly transformer policy. You know, where they basically say that transformers can now compete with women, you know, in boxing. So basically a transformer who was born a male, who's transitioned into a female, they can now compete with biological females, you know, in boxing. It's fucking stupid. I'm not going to read all this, it's too long in it, but basically what they're saying, yeah, the USA Boxing Commission is that, you know, men, yeah, they've got like 10 nanomoles of testosterone. And I don't know what a fucking nanomole is, but they're basically saying that men have got 10 nanomoles of testosterone, yeah. And they're saying that women have got 3 nanomoles of testosterone. So basically men have got 3 times the amount of testosterone that women have got. And that's why men generally are better than women, you know, at sports. You know what I mean? Because they've got 3 times the amount of testosterone. So they're like bigger, stronger, faster, you know what I mean? And just better athletes all around, you know, than women. So this little silly fucking transformer policy, they're basically saying that as long as a transformer has got below 5 nanomoles of testosterone, then they can compete with women, you know, in boxing. But that's stupid, isn't it? Because they've already stated that women have got 3 nanomoles of testosterone. So if a little transformer has got, say, 4.5 nanomoles of testosterone, then they can compete with biological women who have only got 3 nanomoles of testosterone. It's fucking dumb, isn't it? So it already puts them at an advantage, you know, over biological women, you know, these transformers. You know what I mean? And fucking, it's just dumb. Like, you see that Clarissa Shields get fucked up by that little man. You know him? He was a little nobody, but he still managed to fuck up that Clarissa Shields. You know, because he's probably got like 3 times the amount of testosterone that she's got. So he messed her up, didn't he, that little man? Remember that transformer in the UFC, you know, who fought that biological woman and just fucked her up, you know, within 30 seconds of the fight. You know, the transformer really messed up that biological woman, you know, in that UFC fight. And I think the transformer broke the biological woman's jaw, you know, in the process. So it just kind of shows, don't it, that women can't realistically compete, you know, with men, even transformers who now identify as women. And like, you know, that transformer, Fallon Fox, you know, after the fight, she got interviewed, yeah.
How you feeling right now? I'm feeling excellent. That was sweet, huh? Did you like that? Yeah!
So you can tell, you know, by listening to that transformer's voice, that the transformer's still got a lot of testosterone, you know, in their system. You can tell that they've clearly got an advantage, you know, against a biological woman. And that's why that transformer was able to fuck up that biological woman. So it's going to happen in boxing, in America, you know, in women's boxing. Biological women are going to get fucked up, aren't they? Transformers shouldn't be allowed to compete with biological women, man. Because women aren't on the same level as men, you know, physically. It's like the black lesbian. You remember her? I told you before, didn't I, that I used to spar with her and I used to mess her up. And I was a little nobody in boxing, but I still managed to mess up the black lesbian. And she's supposed to be some kind of top woman boxer. You know what I mean? They brought out a little black lesbian doll, you know, to celebrate the black lesbian being a little successful woman boxer. But I fucking messed her up. And I seen like 14-year-old boys, you know, sparring with her. Little 14-year-old amateur boys sparring with her in the gym. And they fucked her up as well. So it just shows, don't it, that women can't realistically compete, you know, with men, you know, in physical sports. So this transformer policy is fucking stupid, man. It's fucking dumb. Women are going to get damaged, you know, even murdered. And we've seen like people get killed in boxing before, or get really messed up, you know, like that Gerald McLennan, who's eating food through straws, you know, who's blind and fucking retarded. You know, his life's a bit fucked up in it. And that will probably happen to biological women, you know, if they get in there with transformers who have got a higher level of testosterone than they have. So it's fucking dumb, man, you know what I mean? There was a little photo, you know, of Brock Lesnar's daughter. And she looked quite big and that. But, you know, she had a little fight with Brock Lesnar, her dad. You know, he would fuck her up, wouldn't he? Even if she had all the relevant training that he's had and the fights and the experience, he would still fuck up his daughter, wouldn't he? Brock Lesnar. So it's alright her looking all big and intimidating and this and that, but she'd get fucked up by Brock Lesnar. Like even that Serena Williams. You know, she looks kind of fucked up nowadays, don't she? She looks fucking horrible, man. But you know her. She had a little tennis match, you know, with this guy who was ranked number 200, you know, in the men's category, and he fucking battered her all over the tennis court. And he was hungover as well, but he still managed to batter her, you know, because he had that testosterone, even though she's probably had some kind of testosterone boosters, you know, to make her look like that. You know, he still fucking battered her all over the tennis court. You know, a man who's ranked number 200, you know, in the men's division could still batter her. And she even said it in an interview herself, you know, like she said, oh, if I competed against Andy Murray, you know, he would batter me, you know, in tennis. Because men are just different, aren't they? You know what I mean? The bone structure, the bone density, the fast muscle twitch fibers, you know, the bigger lung capacity. So men are better, you know what I mean? Like even the jaw, yeah, men's jaws are like thicker, you know, than women's jaws. I know a woman who's got a big chin, and she had surgery, you know, to reduce her chin because she said it made her feel a bit self-conscious. So she went to the doctors, you know, crying about her big chin. But you know, women normally, they've got like small chins, they've got like smaller jaw bones, you know what I mean? So they can't take the same kind of punishment as men. You know, the Skype wanker, he's got a little pussy chin on it. He's got that little poppadom chin, so he's easy to knock out, isn't he, the Skype wanker, you know, because of his little poppadom chin. And it's kind of similar, you know, with women. They haven't got the same bone structure, the same thick jaw, you know, the same punch resistance. So this little silly fucking transformer policy that's going to allow transformers, you know, to compete with women, biological women, in combat sports, it's fucking stupid, man. It's fucking dumb. And like, you remember that transformer swimmer who competed against biological women in swimming, you know, and fucking beat biological women, you know, in the swimming. And that's just swimming, innit? Yeah, okay, if you come second to a transformer and you're a biological woman, you might miss out on a gold medal, but you're not getting battered, are you? And maybe even murdered, you know, by a little transformer who this fucking stupid boxing commission in America have allowed these transformers to compete with biological women. You know, it's not going to end well, is it? They should just set up their own transformer league, you know, where they all compete against each other. Yeah, that's what they should do, you know, like wheelchair boxing. You know how they've set up their own little wheelchair league, you know, and they're going at it, aren't they? And it's kind of like a fair fight, innit? You know, because they're both in wheelchairs. You know, their legs are fucked up, aren't they? So it's kind of like equal. Yeah, it's kind of equal, innit? So that's what these little transformers should do. You know, like these little wheelchair fuckers. They should set up their own league, you know, and just all compete amongst each other. Instead of competing with biological females. You know, with a lower testosterone level. It's fucking stupid, innit? It's fucking dumb. So yeah, it's all a bit weird, man. It's all a bit fucked up, innit? I don't fully understand it. Because, like, just say if, like, a woman boxer like Sky Nicholson, for example. I know she's British, I mean, Australian or whatever. But just say if she was, like, American. Say she, like, won a world title, yeah, in women's boxing. And her mandatory opponent was a little transformer. Is Sky Nicholson allowed to refuse to fight her mandatory, a transformer, because she's saying, oh, they've got more testosterone in their system than I have, so it's not a fair fight? Is she allowed to say that Sky Nicholson, or not? And if she's not allowed to say it, what, she loses her world title because she refuses to face her mandatory opponent, who's a transformer with a higher level of testosterone in their system? It don't make fucking sense, does it? It's a bit of a, I won't even say it's a grey area, I'd say it's fucking stupid, and that's it. That's all there is to it. It's fucking dumb, man. A lot of these transformers, they just do it for like financial gain. You know, they transition, you know, to compete with women for financial gain. You know, Frank Maloney, you know, back in the day, Frank Maloney said, oh, I don't agree with women's boxing. I don't think women should be allowed to box. You know, it's stupid. It shouldn't be allowed, you know what I mean? And then he transitioned into a woman. You know, because basically Lennox Lewis fucked him off because he used to manage Lennox Lewis back in the day. But Lennox Lewis said that he was robbing him, you know what I mean? So Lennox Lewis got rid of him, yeah. So Frank Maloney's money started to dry up, you know, and he started to fucking panic. So he decided to quickly transition into a woman, you know, so he could sell his story to the Sun newspaper, you know, to get a few quid because he was a bit short on cash, you know, after Lennox Lewis fucked him off. So that's what he did, didn't he, Frank Maloney? You know, and then he went on that Big Brother, you know, and started arguing with that Audley Harrison, you know, for another little payday, you know, because his money was starting to drop, you know, after Lennox Lewis fucked him off. You know, Frank Maloney was crying as well, you know, to try and be all dramatic, you know, so he gets more TV work after Lennox Lewis fucked him off. So a lot of these transformers, they just do it for financial gain, man. You know, like that little transformer swimmer. You know what I mean? And that fucking transformer UFC fighter, Fallon Fox. Because they know, you know what I mean, these financial incentives, you know, from them transitioning from a man to a woman.
How you feeling right now? I'm feeling excellent. That was sweet, huh? Did you like that? Yeah!
But yeah, that'll do, you know. Let me know what you think in the comments about all this stupid bullshit. Let me know what you think, innit? I think it's fucking stupid, man. It's fucking dumb, but let me know what you think, yeah? Thanks for that.